Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of my wonderful and juicy and delicious little beans out there. Let's just put a little bit of light on the subject. So 3, 2, 1, there we go. Oh, had this now twice now where my lights... Please excuse me, my little lovelies. You know what? It's not my battery. Okay, they're much brighter now, my little lovelies. Okay, it must be coming a bit loose. Anyway, I've got some other lights, but they're rather, they're rather large, if you know what I mean. Do you understand what I mean? They look like sort of like little icicle things anyway, but we'll just keep going for as long as what we can. Okay, now then, my little beautifuls, I hope that you're all super duper well, wherever you are in the world, my little beautifuls, and that life is treating you oh so deliciously. Now then, can I please say thank you to all of my beautiful and delicious and wonderful little subscribers. And I hope that you've all had a super duper rest wherever you are in the world, my little beautifuls. Much love and thank you for following me on my journey. Now then, and much love to anybody who happens to stumble across me, okay? If you could please click on the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll be most thankful and grateful, okay? Now then, I just want to say something before I start my other videos, okay? Sending out my readings, okay? Because I am delayed with sending out my readings, actually. I've been somewhat distracted with other things. And do you know what I mean? Like, I sent out a video yesterday and it's so very, very difficult because I'm limited to what I could say. And so it probably sounded a bit bonkers, but it's really not. I know exactly what I'm saying. It's just I have to be very careful of, what I say. Anyway, but there was a method in my madness, so just to let you know, okay? Now then, I just want to let you know something. Number one, right, I looked out my window, out my bedroom window, my kitchen window, right, because, I was up all juicy and delicious. I've had a wonderful night's sleep, I have, okay, although my internet was playing up yesterday evening, so something's at work there, is it not, okay? Now then, seems to be all super duper delicious today. Now then, so, looked out the window, as you do, and what did I see? Not just 2, but 3 in the sky, right? Now, they're not flipping taking a pee now. Do you see what I mean? Now then, even though the sky looks very clear at the moment, right? And just to let you know, because you had one going straight up, I wish I could show you, one going straight up, one going this direction, and then one going overhead, right? Now then, one must say, well, what's all that about anyway? Then in the sky, I went back again, so, because I've had all my shower and everything, took my beautiful little rubes out for a little walk, a delicious walk, and, well, of course, I had a look and it looks like a cross, like a cross. I mean, they're deliberately taking a flipping pee now, right? And I'm not you know what I mean? I mean, the one thing about me, right, is that I will not swear on videos. I will not, please do not get me wrong. I mean, we all have the odd moment, do we not? Where everybody has a little swear, unless unless you totally, do you know what I mean? But what I'm saying is this, I do not mean that disrespectfully, right? So we can all have a swear off the camera, right? If something really flipping winds us up. But I've got to be honest with you, that's flipping wound me up. And I know I shouldn't get wound up, but it has. Anyway, what we've got now, right, so even though it looks all super sunny and delicious outside, just to let you know that it's a really, really powerful flipping wind. So it's not warm at all. So it may be sun shining, but the wind's really strong, with all the trees and the bushes and everything. This is what they're doing. I keep saying this. And they've been doing it for flipping years and decades, they have. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, that's number one. Number two, so just letting you know what it's like in the, you know, in the UK at the moment. They seem to be hitting Birmingham in the UK for some reason. Anyway, leads me on to saying, you know, I was listening to a couple of videos this morning, you know, I'm going to be honest with you, right? There seems to be an issue with Ireland at the moment because, you know, I mean, it's the same with anywhere, you know, England, Ireland, Scotland, Wales, well, anywhere in the world, actually. And what it is that we've got so many, oh, God bless them, right? We've got so many homeless, yes? And what they're talking about is sending over, you know, to Ireland and sending over the refugees, you know, from Ukraine, right? And apparently, from what I've heard this morning on one video, because I mean, he is really good actually, Hugo Talks. So please go on to him, you know, on YouTube, Hugo Talks. He's also on BitChute actually. I'm pretty sure, is he on Brand New Tube? He could be on Brand New Tube as well, yes. But what he was talking about is that, you know, people are getting a little bit annoyed. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like they're going to be building some kind of a village in Ireland. I'm not sure what part of Ireland, but, you know, building a village, okay, like according to what I'd heard, you know, because I was, do you know what I mean? My mind's on something else anyway. And, well, apparently 2-bedroom houses, right? Now then, of course, you know, in Birmingham where I am, do you know what I mean? In the UK, like they're taking more. Do you see what I'm saying to you? I mean, I do not have an issue. I'm not racist. I'm not prejudiced. I'm far from it. I mean, I've got all different colours in myself, plus, you know, my family. And I've got my beautiful and delicious and wonderful, how I love them so, my beautiful and delicious little friends. You know what I mean? I have different coloured friends. Do you understand? I don't mean that in a wrong sense of the word, okay? But, you know, who are a different colour, a different nationality. Do you understand what I mean? So I'm not talking about that. But I've got to be honest, this is going to wind a lot of flipping man and woman up out there. Do you know what I mean? And this is what I'm saying to you. Everything is one against the other, bang, 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 all of the flipping time. Do you know what I mean? I mean, let's face it. I mean, our putrid governments, I mean, they're not there to flipping help us. Do you know what I mean? They're not there to flipping help. I mean, and anyway, if we look at all over the world, well, the UK and all different places, right? I mean, you've got flipping mansions, you know, mansions. Do you know what I mean? They're empty. They're totally empty. Well, I mean, if that's the case, well, do you know what I mean? Well, why don't they just do rooms and, you know, and let man and woman, you know, live in them instead of having these mansions just sitting there doing nothing? Do you know what I mean? So, I mean, you can see how the moods. Do you know what I mean? It's like, you know, when I said on a previous video, they're just going to throw everything at us. You know, so Ireland and Birmingham at the moment, well, we seem to be flipping getting it, don't we? And I've got no issue with nobody, you know, they need help. I've got no issue about it. But what my issue is when you've got homeless, right, and our flipping putrid governments have done nothing about it. Do you know what I mean? It's like, oh, yes, but you know what this is about? Do we all not? It's pounds, shilling and pence, ka-ching, ka-ching, dollars and change. That's what all of this is about. Got to keep it circling. I've done previous videos on it, so I know what I'm talking about. But I must be honest, the 3 that flipping went up in, I mean, 3? Do you know what I mean? What's all that flipping about? You know, and then you've got others out there, I mean, God bless them, you know, because I've had to let them know, you know, over this time. Anyway, I've done a previous video on this, I really have. You know, and the thing is, not a lot pay attention, and when they see it up in the sky, it's like, oh, yes. Do you see what I mean? But nothing ever gets done. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to say this to you now straight, because dear God, dear Creator and dear Jesus Christ of Nazareth, we love the flipping truth. And the fact of the matter is, I hope that these who are up there, right, can sleep well at night. Now, it may just be for a flipping wage, right? Well, we all have to flipping earn a wage, don't we? Do we not, right? The fact of the matter is that I hope they can sleep at night with what they do. Because they're doing it to their own flipping families as well. They are. Do you know what I mean? So anyway, so that's what I have to say about that. So, of course, expect to hear more out of Ireland. And I mean, Ireland, I mean, you know, when you look at it, the greenery, you look at everything, I mean, it's absolutely flipping beautiful. Do you understand what I mean? It's like in England, you know, or Scotland, you know, not wishing to be rude to anyone out there, okay? I'm just saying that we actually have the most beautiful countrysides and greenery and everything in the world. Do you know what I mean? So please do not take me the wrong way for others. Do you understand what I mean? I do not mean it like that. But what I'm saying is that we have the most, you know, beautiful. I mean, it's like, you know, when we look at this over 2 years, the old pandemic, yes? Now, I mean, you've heard me say on previous videos that you see, yes, I mean, I have been very blessed, you know, Jesus Christ of Nazareth, dear God, our Creator, right? That I could go to, you know, many different places, and I have travelled to many different places. Do you see what I mean? I've only been to certain seasides in the UK, okay? Well, I've been to a number of them. Do you understand what I mean? But what I'm saying is that at the end of the day, we didn't really spend, because obviously everybody's going on planes or on coaches to go abroad or what you're doing, okay? But what it is that there wasn't an awful lot who are actually focusing on their own countries. Do you see what I mean? The beauty of what we've got in our own countries. Do you see what I'm saying to you? So I do not mean that disrespectful to anybody. I'm just saying God loves the truth, right? So, and I actually did say to myself, well, you know, there is a few places in the UK that I haven't, you know, that I will go and visit. Do you understand what I mean? But of course, you know, because everything's like, oh, you go abroad, oh, it's hot, it's sunny, it's all these things, you know. But if we have the sunshine in the UK, I'm just using this, you know, just saying this, right? That if we have the sunshine in the UK, well, guess what? We're rocking and rolling, you know. What, you don't need to go abroad. Do you understand what I mean? Because you got the sunshine, you got the heat. Do you see what I'm saying to you? So what I'm saying is that we have to look at these things. Do you know what I mean? And how they've done it all. Do you see? You know, to make, if you look at over the years, you know, the decades, you know, how you see how, you know, in other countries, do you know what I mean, where they have it super, super, super duper hot. I know what I'm talking about. Yes, I do. Do you understand what I mean? So, I mean, I've got no problem. I mean, I've been abroad many times, and dear God, Jesus Christ of Nazareth, I've been blessed to do it, our dear Creator. You know, I have been blessed to do it. So, you know, you see a different side of life, you know, you meet different man and woman, you know, and to be quite honest with you, with some of the countries that I've been to, I mean, I'm going to be honest with you, I mean, the salt of the earth, I mean, me personally, I mean, I love Egypt. I mean, I just think it's absolutely beautiful there, and whoever I met, I'm only speaking from my personal experience, okay? And I've been there a couple of times, and the fact of the matter is that, you know, the salt of the earth, lovely. Do you know what I mean? So, like, you know, I mean, that's just, you know, one place. I've been to others. But what I'm saying to you is that, you know, yes, it's nice to get to, you know, to know different cultures and learn about different things. Yes, it is. But when they're creating things like this, you know, and we've got our own homeless, you know, who nobody's bothered with, do you understand what I mean? And God love them, you know, on the streets and everything. Do you understand what I mean? And nobody can be bothered to help them. Yet there's refugees, and that's not being, I'm not being disrespectful, so please do not take me the wrong way. And if you do, please skip my channel, because I don't ramp. I do not ramp. And do you know what I mean? And if you're taking offence, we'll go somewhere else, please, and thank you. Thank you. But dear God, Jesus Christ of Nazareth, our Creator, loves the truth. You know, we don't need all this extra stress. I mean, the world's already blooming stressed out as it is. I mean, even though the mood's lifting, like I said, I mean, the mood is lifting. I did a, you know, video a couple of days ago. It is lifting. Do you know what I mean? Because everybody's like, oh, yes, well, what's going to happen now? Do you get what I'm saying to you? They're just, you know, it's whatever else is thrown at us, really. Do you get what I mean? So I just wanted to say that. And also, I was listening to this little doctor this morning as well. So, like I say, it's only a short video. But he was saying, it was yesterday, this, it's a day old, this video, right? Is it a day old? And what he's saying is that there's been more passings, yes, more passing, you know, man and woman, okay, more passings, and it's at the height as 1929. Do you see what I mean? So all I'm saying is, if everybody cannot see, well, I know that you are awake, okay, but if others cannot see this, then, well, do you know what I mean? You cannot help them. Do you know what I mean? I mean, I still speak to some now, even now. Do you know what I mean? I've done other videos on this and I still speak to them. And they'll never say, oh, I've got a cough, I've got a cold. It's like, oh, I've got COVID. Oh, I know somebody who's got COVID. Do you understand what I mean? It's flipping bonkers and it's flipping crazy. Do you know what I mean? And this is how it's become. And I'm just going to go back to Brexit again as well. Yes, they're flipping, all they want to do is flipping make our flipping lives hell. Do you know what I mean? I mean, we made a choice, you know, for those who wanted to remain, and then you had the ones who wanted to leave. Well, anyway, that should be our choice to do so, should it not? Do you see what I mean? But we shouldn't have to flipping pay for it, should we? But that's what they're doing, you see. They're backing it, they're flipping again, they're messing with all the flipping countries they are, just to cause flipping problems. And then I heard, just one more thing, when was it? A couple of days ago, I forgot all about this actually. And, you know, like some of the Ukrainians that have been taken in, you know, like the women and stuff like that, right? Anyway, they've ended up flipping having an affair with the other women, you know, in different countries, you know, the husbands. You know, it's messing up people's marriages, see? Do you see what I mean? And they wanted, you know, a man and woman in our country and anywhere else, you know, to take them in for 350, is it 350 a month or something? I don't know. Right? Well, what are some getting for that? A broken flipping marriage or a broken relationship? See what I mean? I mean, I've got nothing against the, you know, the Ukrainians. I've got nothing against anybody. Do you know what I mean? But come on. You know, I can see, and I'm being truthful now, I can see more problems arising here. I really can. With all of this. You see what I mean? But like I said, if you just use these mansions and, you know, they're massive, do you know what I mean? If you go on that exploring with fighters, do you know what I mean? That I said, was it a couple of months ago or something, you know? I mean, they're ever so good, you know, and they go out to these mansions, you can see the flipping colossal. And what it is that you could have different rooms and that, you know, you've got bathrooms and things like that. Do you know what I mean? So we got full and plenty to house even our beautiful and delicious little homeless. But nobody does that, do they? No. Because as long as they're making pounds, shilling, pence, dollars and change, because that's all that this is about, and this is all of it's been about. Do you see what I mean? Right? So that's all I wanted to say. I'm not going to say nothing more, so I've had my little rant. And that's what I've got to say. So yes. So you'll hear more now going on. Do you see what I mean? So, and I mean, if you look at like London, I mean, I'm just talking about London. If you look at London, well, it's the most flipping corrupt ever, isn't it, really? You know, you got the putrid. But then, you know, if you look at Birmingham, there's a flipping close second here, you know. You got Liverpool, you got Manchester. Do you see what I mean? It's like they've got the fingers in all the flipping pies, no matter where you go. That's what they are, you know, the putrid, you know. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. But we will have a better time, you know. There we go. See? Confirmation. We will have a better time, you know. It's just we've just got to look at this, you know, these silly flipping shows Do you understand what I mean? Because that's what it is, really. And they still do everything they can to flipping wind everybody up. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, I'm not going to get myself wound up. I'm just going to do my videos out, bang, bang, bang. Do you see what I mean? But I just thought I'd let you know. So I'm not racist. I'm not prejudiced. I'm just saying, do you know what I mean? This is bound to wind a lot up. Do you know what I mean? Especially when there's homeless, especially when people are needing homes. And then you've got others, God love them, you know, in high-rise flats and things like that. I mean, they haven't got a garden for the beautiful little bairns and the beautiful little babies. Do you understand what I mean? And then, of course, you know, you get the refugees. You can see why people are getting rather narked about it. Because then they're going to be building an island 2-bedroom homes. So, do you know what I mean? So they get a garden, they get everything, but you've got others in all different countries who are in high-rise flats. What's all that about then? But we all know, don't we? Ka-ching. It's constantly flipping winding everyone up, and that's what they're doing anyway. So I just thought I'd let you know that anyway. So yes, so at the end of the day, we just have to keep watching the flex, really. That's all we can really do. There's nothing else we can do. So I'm not going to get myself any more wound up, because I'm really, really not at the end of the day. It was just that initial, just for like a moment. Do you understand what I mean? And I thought, right, I'm just going to send this video. Because everybody knows that I do like to have flipping moan. Everybody knows. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I do not like to moan all the time. I've said that before. Do you know what I mean? But if I've got something, you know, to say, I will say it. Because dear God, Jesus Christ of Nazareth, our Creator, loves the truth, does he not? You know. And really, I mean, it doesn't matter, sorry, excuse me, whether they come to us or whether, you know, you go to a different country, you should always respect wherever you go anyway. Do you know what I mean? But I've heard, like, a lot of mixed feelings about, you know, Ukraine. You know, it's if you talk to certain, do you know what I mean? Well, they do not seem to be, you know, have such nice things to say, to be quite honest with you. Do you understand what I mean? So, you know, it goes a lot deeper, doesn't it? You know, but anyway, I've got nothing against anyone. It's just, you know, I just have my say. And my say is that, you know, all I'm asking, you know, not everyone, for the ones who are awake, is just more clear seeing. Do you see what I mean? Anyway, on that note, my little beautifuls, wishing you all the most beautiful and delicious day, sending you so much love and blessings. Thank you for listening. God bless. Take care. Bye-bye.